Right, this is my cross stitch box. Before I got into crafting, before I even had my cubby, this is what I used to do. So I've got quite a lot of bits and pieces in here. I haven't been in it for a while, I must admit. People kept giving me cross stitch bits, and I got to the stage that I got so inundated that I didn't catch up. But again, I would like to oh look what I've just found, a little Christmas owl. Yeah, I'd like to get back into it, but I did start having problems with my eyes, and it got to the stage, especially when I was working, I was doing a lot of studying, I didn't have time to do the cross stitch, so it sort of phased out. Plus, I prefer to do it in daylight. I like a good light to be able to do it, and I found that I couldn't do it in the evenings, which is the time I probably could do it. So yeah, let's have a look. Take everything out. Might need a little bit of a wipe. Move that out of the way. Bits and pieces. As I said, this is what I was doing quite some time ago. I spent ages and I made all these little cross stitch Christmas tree cards. I just need to get, sorry for the rustle, I'm just going to get another dust wipe so I can wipe this down because it just got dusty. This I've had absolutely years. I'm trying to think whether I can remember where I got it from. Obviously it's a sewn basket, but I use it for my cross stitch. I used to have it out, and I think it's a nice thing, isn't it? It's smart, you know, to be left out. It's a shame really, but as I said, cross stitch did phase out a while, so whether I will leave it out again and start doing my cross stitch, may do. Right, let's just see. I don't know what the state is in here. So here we have all the threads. Not too bad. My mum used to keep buying me the embroidery threads. These were all little offcuts and bits and pieces. I don't know if you can see that. And you know what? I know it's wasteful. I don't know where that brown will come out because that seems quite a decent piece. But this is in so much knots and everything. I think I'm just going to bin it. There we are. Because I've got all these. So, not too bad. Again, I think when I'm going to start doing my cross stitch again, I will review everything I've got. I seem to have quite a lot of all different colours to be able to do this. I think I'll just put those in there like so. And then I can check what colours I've got. As I say, it's something I'd like to get back into. Right, so in the drawer, got more scissors, I've got some of the Ada, and oh, this is how long it's been in here. I've got these little like gems, Christmas gems. Now I might actually transfer those into my Christmas embellishment box. Because I just didn't know that they were in there. And oh look, that's handy. I haven't done that one. A little bunny. I've done this one, Mum with Love. Most of these I think came from Hobbycraft actually. And I've got another Christmassy one. That one hasn't been done. This one has actually, I have actually done one of these before, and this one I've done. That went on our tree. And oh, look what I found. This is like Christmas for a crafter. When I don't know whether anybody else is the same, get excited because you find bits that you've forgotten. And look what I found. These might actually be a good project. That's a Christmassy one. These might be a good project. I'm sure I bought these. I don't know. Must be a fair few years ago now. These are definitely Hobbycraft. Yeah, it says Hobbycraft on there. Happy Easter. With the bunnies and the Easter egg, and I think this is a must. Yeah, that is exciting actually, because these don't take, they take a fair few hours. It depends on how long you stick at it, but I was thinking maybe I can start now hopefully it's getting brighter. I can again take them to the caravan, or I could put some time aside, maybe a couple of hours or something a week to do cross stitch in an afternoon. So I'm going to leave those. I've got a snowman one here, Hobbycraft. Yeah, Hobbycraft. And that was obviously a project. The thing is, I know for a fact it could be in that folder. Some of the bits that I've was doing. There's some cards there. And experimenting. Yeah, so I'm quite happy actually, because I've got plenty, even if these have been done before, because I've got enough of the embroidery threads, you can still use the pattern and redo the design. So I've got a fair few here that haven't been done, like this I could redo, and this one. So yeah, it's maybe want to get back into doing cross stitch. So put all those back in there. Put that in there, and that will go on my list to do some cross stitch. So I'm happy with that. I don't know if, did I wipe that one over? I don't know whether I did or not, so I'll just give it a quick wipe. So these ones have been done quite quickly, but as I say, the sewing basket I'll do when I'm watching TV. Right, let's go through all this then. Right, so as I say, wait for a stage that people will buy me them, although someone did buy me this one, and this is embroidery. I have not done embroidery for years. My grandmother was brilliant at it. My mother used to do them. She used to do all the tablecloths. Both of them used to do it, and all the napkins. That's what I remember, especially going to my grandmother's for Sunday tea. I think I've brought this up before, where she used to do the little cucumber sandwiches and the tin fruit and things like that. And she always used to do all her own baking, and we always had embroidery tablecloth and napkins. And of course, going back years, didn't have the paper napkins and everything. And I think my mum actually bought me this, and maybe I will have a go at it, I don't know. I might have a word at somebody actually at my craft club at the community centre, because to tell you the truth, I don't think it's something I'm going to get into more than the cross stitch, and I think I'm going to let that one go. As I say, that is embroidery. I think it's been here 5 years, maybe 6. I don't think it's been used, so I'm going to let that one go. This one is not a problem, because that looks like that is a cross stitch one. And there's some more Ada here. And I say there's a lot of packs like this one. I've had this years, haven't done it. I say some of these things, people have given me them, saying, oh, you know, do you want to do it? But what I've tried to tell them, I remember quite some time ago, someone kept giving me them, and I said, that's all well and good, but I haven't got the instructions, or I haven't got the pattern for the cross stitch because it's in the magazine. So some of the things I couldn't done. I've done this dog one before. I know when I've done them because they're empty. And there's an owl one that I definitely must do. As I said, this has happened a few times whereby they haven't given me the pattern to do the cross stitch, so I haven't been able to do them. And then there's this one. I think some of these I got, and I was shocked because I got them from Poundland. Again, that's something I'm going to have to, sorry about myself, do. I'm hoping, because I need the folder to go in that one, I'll leave those on top. So there's that tree, and I've got some, so I've got everything to be able to do this craft. So Hobbycraft, 45p. I can't believe that that would be the price now, so that must show you how many years ago it is. Right, of course, owls. I don't know what's in here. Obviously a lot of bits and pieces. Sorry again for the rustle. Some things I do recognise. I remember doing this one. I remember, this was years ago. This is when my kids were tiny. They were really into dinosaurs. What I've tried to do is projects years ago when I was really getting trying to get organised. If I had things in the magazine, this is what I did. I made sure, this is what I'm saying, I made sure I've got the instructions along with the item. I can honestly say that there must be quite a few projects that I started and never continued for one reason or another. I'm not sure what that one was for, but this is something again I need to go through. Again, this is what I mean. There is the kit, and there is the pattern. This is when I had magazines, when I used to buy magazines. Maybe it's a bit scrimpy of me that, you know, when they bring them into the community centre, I like looking through them, getting ideas. I have actually done all this, all the little ones, because when I first started, these were handy because they're just little designs, and I made one big like A4 picture with all the different foods and everything and utensils on, and of course you could whip one up in, you know, sort of half an hour or something. So there's quite a few here. Maybe I should sit down and actually go through a lot of it to see whether I really want to keep all of it. I know I've done a lot of these as well, the utensil ones. And oh, they're gorgeous. The fairy one. Look. Gonna have to put this on my list. Tea for Talia, for my granddaughter. I would have to do that. Yes, definitely. Definitely, that's one thing I'd have to do. Because this is like that phone material you can get, isn't it? Like I shared up in my paper, I've got 2 pieces, but not pink. You could use that foam thing and you can make a little, you know, door plaque or what you put on the door handle or something. Yeah, that's something I will have to put on my list. So there's some lovely designs. Animals, 7 cats and dogs. As I say, this is when I used to have magazines. I used to purchase a lot of magazines. I do like the quick and easy cards. I used to do a lot of those. As I say, one year I did all my cross stitch cards. And I do like the gingerbread man and woman there. I have done the initial for my sons as well, and I've done a lot of these 30 Snowy Friends. I've done a lot of these in the past as well for cards. I like the polar bear ones, and then these sweet as well. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get a brain ache soon. Is there such thing as brain ache? Instead of headache, brain ache, because things will be going through my head of all these things. Now I'm looking at going all through my craft cubby. I keep getting all these ideas. So anyway, let's put this away, as I'm going to get sidetracked and I'm not going to get on. So that should slide back in there. So yeah, possibly only one item going, but there you are. And I've got the sewing basket to do one evening. As I said, I'm still trying to get the embellishments sorted out. I'm doing a bit each night. But by the time it gets to evening, I am getting tired, especially if I'm sort of trying to work things out. But anyway, that will be the whole of the top shelf. So that'll be 6 of the boxes, and I've got 3 more to go. Right, this box is glue and paint, and this could do actually with just going through, so I am going to empty it. I did purchase a glue gun from Poundland. Were they £2 or £5? I can't remember off the top of my head. And I got the glue sticks as well. So I need to go through a lot of this and just check. I mean, I might actually have to get some more white glue. I've had that a fair few years and it's still using. As I say, I keep buying different types of glue. I just want to empty this. That was my first glue gun. That was really an expensive one. I use my pink one at the moment. These probably dried up, yeah, but what I can do is take that bit out. This is what I used when, I keep saying this, when my friends' grandkids come, put glue in these and then I can just seal them up. So these used to be really handy. These were the sort of things you used to get with your sauces when you used to go to the takeaway, and then they stopped doing it. I think it was all to do with, you know, cutting down on plastics and everything. I'm not sure if they still do it. Still haven't used this heavy duty spray adhesive. I still haven't used that. As I said, some of these I am not 100% sure if they're any good. So I may have to try them out at some point. Some odd glue sticks, I could probably put those ones to be used. And that ought to go in the little pot with the other glue sticks. So just wipe this down. I use a lot of these. I think Poundland did them for a while, and then I got quite a few also in, I think it was a set of 3 from Asda. I'll take this one out. This has got all the paints and everything in and sprays. We haven't had the paints out in a while, so I'm hoping, you know, they're okay. Just wipe that all over like so, and then we can start putting them back. So if I put that one back, because it had all the glue on it. And I want to take all these out because I want to review all this. Again, this might be something drastically we'll have to. I think actually, looking at it, shouldn't really do that over the carpet. That's why I have got the plastic mat down. I did say, like in my games room tour, these are handy, and mine takes up most of this square bit. It especially protects your carpet here from glue and spillage and everything, but also they're supposed to be down to protect your carpet or your flooring from the wheels of your chair. We've got one in the games room. I've also got the smaller one that you have on your desk to protect your desk from scratching. We've got two in the games room. I've got one here, and then we've got the floor mats. So let's have a look. Oh, actually, I think looking at these should, not pretty. These should be okay. So I might get to use those leading up to Easter, because I will have to organise some Easter crafts, because we will be having a Easter craft session with my friends and my grandkids. We had one Monday, means it's half term, and we did the embossing cards. I didn't actually film it at all, because I don't think it's right having someone else's children on camera. I tend to, if you've noticed, I don't actually show my granddaughter either. But we did tag books, and we did, I showed them the embossing starter kit I had for my birthday, and they enjoyed that. We had the Sizzix machine out, and yeah, it was a very enjoyable day. So I'm going to go back. I think a lot of this may end up just going back, because like I said, it looks like, because I presume as long as they're sealed properly, I presume paints do last quite a while. And that one, yeah, I think they're okay. So when the kids come round again, I will have to get, maybe we can have a painting session. I know we've done it in the past when it's been really nice. I've had the gazebo up and we've done it outside. So there's all the paints. So I think we might be in luck with those. Then I've got a number of spray paints. Again, I presume these are okay. I won't know until I come to try them. And I've got some more down here. That one actually feels quite empty. So I need to try those out. I won't know until I need them. And I refuse to buy any more spray paint until I've checked them. And then this one is what I used for a project. That is actually quite, I think that was last year. And I remember what this was for. Yeah, and it seems to be alright. This, I don't know how much I paid for this. This was Crown Match Pot, and it's shocking pink. And I used this when I had a corkboard actually in here, and I masked off the outside where the wood bit is, and I had it shocking pink. That's what it was for. But I wasn't going to buy a big pot of paint or anything, and I got a match pot thing. And then we've got some, what looks like confetti glitter glue. There. Actually, I think I'll put that in the glue. That was something I brought last year for a project and haven't used. These are just some makeup brushes, because very often I find that it's little projects that I'm using the paints for. Right, so the next one is everything to do with glue. this one, as far as I know, there is still a little bit left in there. And spray I'll have to use, and as I say again, until I actually open them up, I'm not sure if they're going to be any good. And there's that glitter glue. I've got to put those pots in there. So very handy to put little bits of glue in. Right, Mod Podge, haven't used it. Gonna put that, I do keep a certain amount of glues out. I'm gonna put that one up in a minute with the rest of the glues. I've got a selection, as you know, of glues up there. Super glue. Hubby very often asks for super glue. And we've got these 3D foam adhesive double-sided. I guess that's why I put that sort of thing with the glue. And Power Tack. I don't know about anybody else, but we had this white one and I didn't find it as good as Blue Tack actually. Blue Tack, I'm not sure if that would be any good. And something I don't think I've used this, have I? I might have done actually. Fabric glue, more super glue, and I bought these glue pens. I haven't used them, they're on Wilko's, and I think I hauled these, I think I got them on clearance, but again I might get those out Easter break. And then I've got my glue guns. Oh, my glue, that one, I'm not going to get rid of them. So that was my first one. I did buy another one. I'm using my pink one at the moment. The idea was originally was I was going to keep might seem weird, a glue gun actually at the caravan, because like I said, I do a lot of crafting, so I don't have to keep taking everything backwards and forwards. And the glue sticks. So those are the little squares. They've got to go up in one of those little pots. This I think is pads with magnets. I'll put those in there. I don't know why I got those. And I say I got a lot of these glues. That one I think is a new one. Crafts again. And this was obviously a pot that had glue in it. I think I wanted a little bit of glue, so I squirted a bit in there, so that can be dumped. That has to go in the pot that I get out when the kids come with the crayons and everything. And then the glue sticks, I want to use those because they're loose, could go in the pot with the rest of my pink glue gum. So, and the only other thing is this, and I don't know if once this is how ages I've not used this. I presume I'll keep this because if you add water, I'm sure they'll still be useful. So I'll keep that because I'm sure as soon as you add water, I'm sure they will be useful or they will use. So that is that one. So that one can go back. Again, reviewed it. Do not know about some of the glues until I actually use them. When I do a glue project that I need glue, I'll experiment with them and see if they're any good. So I'm just going to put this box away and then I'll get the next one.